the surest sign yet that we're heading for an economic crash. This is scary. Just rely on economists. Just rely on economists and just go the other way. So let's read this. This is Paul Krugman. He's optimistic about the economy. Old Paul Krugman, Nobel Prize in economics from New York Times. So he is the globalist, the leftist. This guy will tell you how you're wrong, even when you're right, because you're on the right. All right, so here's from The Hill, and this is an op-ed from Liz Peek. I'm not sure who Liz Peek is, but we're going to peek in at Liz's argument about Paul Krugman. You like that? Liam just like that little play on words. Paul Krugman, the left-wing economist who writes for the New York Times, is excited about the coming Biden boom that will follow the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine. The Biden boom, he probably forgot to note, it depends on the Trump vaccine. Just for the record, I don't like this whole rushing of the vaccines. I don't like it when Trump's doing it. I don't like it when Sniffy Joe's doing it. I don't like it. I don't trust it, and they'll probably ban me for saying that. I don't know. All right, let's keep reading. Given Krugman's record, his upbeat forecast is alarming. As many remember, he predicted in 2016, the night that the Trumpster was elected, that the U.S. would be in the U.S. is going to usher in a global recession with no end in sight. Krugman's pessimism about the Trump economy, colored by his hatred of the Trumpster, endured. In April 2019, the New York University professor, can you imagine how much does it cost to go to NYU? Let's take a look, shall we? Hold on just a second. Let's go to NYU and see how much the tuition is, New York University. All right, so we're going to go down here, prospective student undergrad. We'll say select a semester required. Select a school required. School, okay. Select a program required. What's going on here? Why is it not? All right, we'll see what it does here. Number of credits you'll take, let's say 15. Do I have to, okay, calculate. It's not a very user-friendly website for New York University. NYU, huh? Okay. Okay, so it's January's charging. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Let me pause real quick. Refreshed, it came back out. We'll see. We're gonna say College of Arts and Sciences, semester summer 2020. We're already in January 2021. College of Arts and Sciences, because that's where economics is probably going to be. Let's say it'll take 15 credit hours. We're gonna hit calculate. And $23,000 for that semester. And does that even include room and board? I bet not, right? So that's just this is such a freaking scam. I bet it's not because of room and board in New York University, because it's in New York, and in New York City it is right down there by the cool place in New York City, Soho, whatever it's called. Let's see what room and board is here. Hold on a second. All right, here's $18,000 for room and board. So $22,000 on top of the $46,000. This costs you $70,000 a year to go to this clown school. Look, man, to get taught by, where is he here? By this guy? What do you, other than getting connections with other rich people who have had everything handed to them on a silver platter, what do you get for this? It's nothing, man. All right. Anyway, so Krugman's pessimism, we already talked about that. Indeed, throughout 2019, as David Harsanyi wrote in the National Review, calling Paul Krugman always wrong, never in doubt. The professor published why Trumponomics was a flop. From Trump boom to Trump gloom. And in October, the day the Trump boom died, even as we went on to record low unemployment for every worker, and 56% of Americans declared themselves better off than they were 4 years ago, which is why we know the election was, you know what I'm saying. Krugman was also dead wrong by the severity of the Great Recession. After the stock market tumbled nearly 3% in 2007, Krugman wrote a column piece explaining that trading on the government bond market showed investors still consider a recession as fairly unlikely, a view that Krugman apparently shared. Further, Krugman opined the next day the stocks don't look overvalued the way they did in 2000. Shortly thereafter, the stock market began one of its worst slides in history, collapsing 51% from the close of the day that Krugman wrote that cherry note. Nobody's perfect, but Krugman is not. His record is pretty poor, which is why his current optimism should make us nervous. On the surface, the U.S. does appear to poised to profit from the rollout of a vaccine that would put COVID behind. Why are people so? This is the weirdest thing to me. It's weird how much they just, you put the word vaccine on there. Everyone's like, yay, it's going to help us. Allowing the country to get back to work. It's nuts to me. Rising unemployment, especially in those industries most harmed by the coronavirus, like travel and entertainment, means higher incomes and spending. Also, the country's savings rate has soared during the past 6 months as people stayed at home. Most economists like Krugman think there's a pent-up demand. So on the surface, the outcome looks pretty rosy. Okay, the top, but taxes, higher taxes mean lower spending. Similar programs to combat climate change generally funnel money into unprofitable ventures like solar farms in the Northeast or electric vehicle manufacturing that require subsidies. All right, I don't even care. I don't think this lady is dealing with reality. So the vaccine is going to solve all our problems. It's not. That's crazy to me. It's actually quite frightening. The amount of faith we put on these things that are being rushed through. I don't like when Trump's doing it. I don't like when Biden's doing it. This whole idea that somehow the vaccine is going to save us as if we're all at risk anyway. It's nuts. All right. Anyway, that's the surest sign 2021 is going to be chaotic because Paul Krugman is telling us it's going to be awesome. All right, we'll see you.